Nate Carpenter. I got the Matt Watkins with me tonight. He's in the house. We both wanted to play hooky tonight, but not because we don't love girls basketball. Just because we said, man, are we going to have a night home this week?
Why would we want to do that?
Yeah, and then we both, and then we guilted each other into coming.
Right.
But no, man, it's great to be here, part of the Pound tonight. Click subscribe, become a Stray. The Jersey Shore girls basketball team, as young as they are, have some senior leadership on defense with the Pasqua. She's been lights out last couple games, locking down the opponent's best defender. But they're young by and large, but they're coachable. I've liked a lot of things we've seen.
Absolutely. The Pasqua was doing a great job. You talk about the seniors. I've been watching the games the last few Lady Bulldogs games. Lena Loomis is coming along. She hasn't played basketball in a few years.
Absolutely.
It's her first year back. She's doing a great job. And like you said, the younger crew, Marley Lehman, we talked about her, probably like a broken record.
Yep.
She's doing a fantastic job.
She's handling that point.
She's not afraid to take the shot. She's not afraid to work the ball. And she's doing a great job, too. The Shaw girls are doing great. And as they progress through the season, they're definitely getting better and better.
They are, and the Seals come to town. And, you talked about this just a few minutes ago. They are currently 5-12 on the season. It's hard to believe that Lady Dogs are 7-5.
Right.
That's a total of 12 games. They've played 5 additional games. They're 5-12. They've played a little stiffer competition. It's Heartland 1. The boys last night from Selinsgrove, what a great game that was, but they were 5A. The girls are 4A, and technically we're 3-4. We're on the cusp of 3-4. Yeah. But, again, this is one of those years where Selinsgrove girls a little down in numbers, roster-wise, and not as maybe stout as they've been previously.
In the years past, they've had, I'm trying to remember the girl last year, Lily. She was on fire.
She's a rock star. Yeah,
she was awesome, and they had a lot of height too. You know what I mean? When we're talking, girls basketball, they had a lot of girls 5'9", 5'10". They don't have that much this year. Not that they don't have a couple of girls with some height and the size, but definitely a little bit different looking team this year.
Exactly, and that's okay. You can't be great all the time. I so many times when football at a school is down, basketball's up.
Right. Yeah.
And when football's up, basketball's questionable, and it's not like Mifflinburg when they had some down years in football. Then they were great this last year and technically could have won it all. They were legit. They kind of fizzled out there in the last stretch there in the semis, but Mifflinburg basketball for years has been great. They tend to play south. They go down towards Harrisburg, play some bigger schools. So Mifflinburg's been good. Lewisburg has been solid. The Selinsgrove boys team, by and large, has been solid over the past couple of years too, even though football's been down a little bit.
Right, and they have great kids. They have a great program in all those different areas. If you go down, and especially down, like you said, the Lewisburg, Mifflinburg area, you go spend the weekend at the Miller Center down there.
Oh, it's
fantastic. They have some unbelievable talent even coming up through that you're going to see. Lewisburg, Mifflinburg, Selinsgrove. Shamokin has some good young kids kind of riding that wave for a while.
And where Shamokin's been down a little bit,
right?
They're not down for long. They're not going to be down for long. And I wouldn't even say down, but
it always, I always have to say the tide ebbs and flows all the time. And the teams that struggle for a year or two, you look at those. I can remember, and I always hate to say this. I'm a Bulldog through and through, but I grew up in Lock Haven. I was a Lock Haven guy. We looked at some of those sports as like football back then, and I'm not going to date myself, but back then, we always came to Jersey Shore. We went to Baldy, go Nittany. That'll, date myself a little bit. There was certain schools like Jersey Shore that we were like, oh man, it's going to be a cakewalk.
Right.
Now it's kind of flipped that way. Not that it's not going to flip again. One of these days,
there are ebbs and flows.
Going to come back and be the guys that Jersey Shore does not want to play. And the same basketball. You're like, oh man, Lewisburg is something else. Selinsgrove is something else. Where a couple years from now, with building the program, especially the Jersey Shore girls team with the young talent that they have, I would not be surprised in a couple of years here they make a run for it.
Yeah, and we talked about the middle school talent. I've followed the boys' middle school team a little bit. Even the ninth graders, they've got some height. And let's face it, typically ninth graders don't get a lot of JV time. Over the years, there's been a ninth grade squad, even with football, and a lot of that's kind of fizzled. with ninth grade academics moving into high schools and the middle school looking different.
Right, and I give Jersey Shore credit. I give the athletic director, Bill Minster, will give him a shout out. A lot of credit for bringing back the ninth grade boys basketball program because they have so much talent. And to your point, there's guys that you have to cut because your JV team, of course, you don't want the high school team to consist of 40 players.
Exactly.
So they've made the decision to bring that back, keep everybody interested. And, this year they're losing, the boys team's losing 8 seniors. And the ninth graders coming up that are playing the ninth grade ball, there are a couple on the JV team, but the guys that are playing ninth grade ball right now moving up, it's a perfect opportunity to get the experience and then move right into the high school team.
And, for the Selinsgrove girls right now, the senior Maddie Morrell, number 3, she's averaging 13.7 a night. And aside from that, they've got Carson Dodge, and she is really only a sophomore. She's averaging roughly 5 points a game, and a couple other girls right around the 3.5 points a game. So Jersey Shore, on the other hand, it's not as if they have one scorer like a Peyton Dincher, but they've been so disciplined defensively. They've had a lot of low-scoring games where they're coming out on top because they've had this philosophy that if we can lock you down, it doesn't really matter whether we have someone dumping 20 a night in.
Right. The final score really doesn't matter unless you're up by 1. So
that's
what I mean?
Exactly.
Everybody likes to see the games. You look at the NBA, you're sitting at the end of the game, it's 110 to 103. A lot of excitement with shots and things like that. But those can get boring. For me, I almost want to have games like this. They finished 37 to 28.
Right.
It's actually a defensive game. It's fun to watch.
It is because they get into a half-court set. It isn't the fun and gun, but it's also much more disciplined.
Right. And, and you look at Jersey Shore, we talked about their record that, it's flip-flop with Selinsgrove.
Right.
I mean, really, the losses they have, you look at Troy 41-36, close game.
Right.
We did beat Selinsgrove the last time, 40-29, but that was a great game. Maddie Morrell, she had a great game for Selinsgrove.
Right.
Everything that they had, it's low scoring. I'm looking at some of their scores. I mean, really, Lowestoft, they had 54-38. That's one of their highest scoring games.
Right.
Of course, against Crestwood, that was a little bit different.
Yeah,
we won't talk about that, but that's a whole different animal.
I still just say that's a typo.
Right, yeah. We won't even talk about that. But usually, to your point, it's mid-high 30s, 40s is a good game for us. But if you look at the defensive stance, their competitors, they're beating them. They might only have 38-40 on, but they're only giving up 20 points.
Exactly. Well, we're about to go live here. 3.5 minutes. We'll get to the anthem. We're going to cut to commercial due to copyright. But, man, it's a great day to be a Bulldog, and it's a great day to be in the Heartland Conference. John Boob had a really nice post-game interview. I'd like people to check that out. Also, look into tailgates and testimonies. It's Dynamite TNT. Talks about a faith journey and life beyond the locker room for people. There's more to life than sports. Sports is an amazing platform. It teaches us a lot about dedication, discipline, and life, and family, and team. And, hey, you don't win them all, but check that out. It's basically a faith journey with 3 episodes, another one coming next week. It's been off the chain. It's been just really great to get to know people. Dominic Bragalone's going to be another one that we're going to do. We did Doug Bird's song from Bucknell, The Voice of the Bison. So with that said, Coach Mike Shaw doing a fantastic job here with the girls program. Not only the girls program, but also the boys and girls golf team. He has a simulator down there at Keystone Leather on Reach Road, and basically those kids get to come in there and work year-round at their golf game.
Who would have ever thought that Jersey Shore, 1, would have golf, and 2...
it's like the old saying, forgive me, but it's like the old saying, when hell freezes over. Well, it did.
Yeah. Defending district champion. We have, I know there's a senior this year, Carter Girton, on the guys' side.
Yes.
The male side. And Coach Shaw, his daughter's unbelievable.
They've been fantastic.
I would never want to go against them, that's for sure. But I would like to pick them up if we ever go to a scramble, that's for sure.
Yeah, especially with the ladies' team. And they don't even need the ladies' teams, trust me.
No.
Well, listen, we're going to cut to commercial. We'll be right back after this. We can't wait to cover this contest. You're listening to DPP Sports, DogPoundProductions.com.
At Susquehanna Trailways, getting behind the wheel isn't just a job, it's an honor. It's a front row seat to the world, from the bright lights of New York City to the historic charm of Baltimore and breathtaking trips across America. As a Susquehanna Trailways driver, you become the host of unforgettable experiences. Whether you're guiding students safely to school or helping a family create lifelong memories on their next big adventure, you're more than a driver. You're part of the journey, part of the story, part of the Susquehanna Trailways family. And right now, Susquehanna Trailways and Cam Kephart are looking for passionate, dependable individuals to join the team. Step up to the plate. Your seat is waiting. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, an opportunity to see the world and bring people together 1 mile at a time. Get on the bus. Join the tradition. Apply today. At Starway Roof Systems, roofing isn't just a job, it's a calling. We believe excellence isn't optional. It's our standard. From the first nail to the final shingle, we do all things to bring glory to God and to serve our clients, communities, and coworkers with a pure heart. Whether it's replacing a storm-worn roof or giving back to a neighbor in need, we lead with honesty, act with integrity, and stand firmly on our character. At Starway, we invest more than our time. We invest our talent and our finances to make a lasting impact right here where we live. Call 1-814-308-0490 today and experience roofing done with purpose, passion, and purity of heart. Starway Roof Systems, built on excellence, driven by faith, and dedicated to serve. Again, call Starway Roof Systems, 1-814-308-0490. When it comes to elder care and special needs legal matters, trust Julie Steinbacher at Steinbacher, Goodall, and Yurchek, a law firm known for quality representation and compassionate service. With branches in Williamsport State College, Altoona, Wilkes-Barre, and Muncie, they're right where you need them. From estate planning, elder care navigation, guardianship, long-term and nursing home care, to special needs planning and veteran benefits, they cover it all. You can't beat the brand and what they offer. They care enough to make a difference. Visit PAElderCouncil.com or call 1-800-351-8334 today. Steinbacher, Goodall, and Yurchek, your trusted partner in elder and special needs law. At Susquehanna Trailways, getting behind the wheel isn't just a job, it's an honor. It's a front row seat to the world, from the bright lights of New York City to the historic charm of Baltimore and breathtaking trips across America. As a Susquehanna Trailways driver, you become the host of unforgettable experiences. Whether you're guiding students safely to school or helping a family create lifelong memories on their next big adventure, you're more than a driver. You're part of the
We are back. DPP Sports, Dog Pound Productions. That's right. We're here live. Lady Bulldogs basketball. You want to cover the starters for the Grove?
Absolutely. The starting 5 for the Selinsgrove Seals. We have number 1, Grace Marone. She's a senior. We have number 3, Maddie Merrill, also a senior forward. Number 11, Maddie Benner. She's a center. She's a senior.
And now the starting lineup for
Lake Dent, a junior at forward. And lastly, number 15, Carson Dodge, a sophomore to be reckoned with.
And for the Lady Dogs, she's a freshman, Maddie Benner, number 11. She's the point guard. She'll handle the quarterback duties. Another freshman, number 14, that's Sadie Shaw. I apologize. I said Maddie. I said Marley Lehman, number 11. We got Sadie Shaw, number 22. She's back from a little hiatus from being sick. Graceland Frantz, number 15. She's another Shaw, Kylie. And then the defensive lockdown, number 10, Avery DePasqua. Well, what do you think, Matt?
I think it's going to be a good day to be a Bulldog. It's good to have Franz back. She did take a little bit of a break, and I know the other girls definitely missed her. I talked to Avery a little bit, Lena, some of the other seniors about it. They definitely like it when she's on the court.
Oh, yeah, she's fantastic. So as we say, we're about to tip this one off. Bill Mincer, Athletic Director. Dr. Brian Ulmer, super. Officiating crew did not get names. I know Dwight Woodley's out there. About to tip this one off. 8-minute quarters, 5 fouls to the 2-shot bonus. Sometimes it's hard to get there, but the reality is tonight's going to be a great night.
Absolutely. Jersey Shore's already on the court, ready to go, waiting for the Seals to come out. It's like sharks waiting.
Oh, yeah.
Chum in the water.
They are. France is going to jump this one up. Someone an inch taller than her. It'd be number 4. Dent. And Dent wins the tap. Seals with the ball down here. First possession. Top of the key. They're going to look to inside out a little bit tonight. Good hands by DePasqua.
She's doing a great job keeping them outside.
Pops the 3. No rotation on that. Off the mark. Signals the other way. So Lady Bulldogs' first defensive stance, able to come up and play tough there and get the ball back.
Absolutely. Like I said, DePasqua, that was a great starting drive. She's very strong on defense, shifting her feet, keeping them out of the paint, making them take that long shot, and comes up the right way.
Lady Dogs going to try to share the wealth and get some touches here on this end. Inside, Lehman. Oh, nearly makes it. Sadie Shaw with a good follow. Short on that, but it's good to see a second shot. And the hustle by Maddie Lehman. You talked about, sorry, I keep saying Maddie. There's 2 Maddies tonight. It's spelled differently. We've got Marley. This could be confusing, brother.
Yeah. We'll keep you straight. We'll keep you straight.
Marley with the point. Again, good defense there to get the ball back.
Good ball movement, and I tell you what, it's good to see a freshman like Marley Lehman. She didn't get too excited. She got that pass, pulled it back. She could have pulled it up, tried to shoot it, but she worked right back out to make something happen.
Baseline, Kylie Shaw up and good.
Nice move by Kylie. Selinsgrove was doing a great job of defense, kind of broke down a little bit, but ball movement that made it happen.
They get it over the timeline. And a reset, reaching foul. We'll see who they get. DePasqua, we'll see. 1-0, yes, they got DePasqua on that foul. Going to stay here. Seals ball. 6:27 first quarter. Lady Dogs up 2-0. Grace Marone handles the ball. Good defense by DePasqua. They're in a 1-2-2 matchup zone right now. Trying to make it difficult for them. Morrell gets it to Marone. That one's long. We'll see Sadie Shaw able to maintain it. Good pass down the court to DePasqua. Sadie Shaw pulls it. That one's short. No rebound. On the floor. Kylie Shaw up. DePasqua gets it into France. France short on that. Found herself underneath the basket.
Yeah,
Lacked a little awareness.
She just a little bit too far under the basket. Just couldn't make that work.
2 hands on the ball.
Once again, the Bulldogs able to come up with that, though. France gets it out to Lehman. Lehman penetrates. Good take. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of alluded to the last possession. They had the ball down here. She made that first initial step like she was going to take the ball right to the hoop. It closed up. The door closed real quick. She had the good enough awareness and smart enough to cop the ball back up, work it to get back into a better position.
Good defense by Selinsgrove. Stolen away by Dodge. Dodge gets it to Benner. Another pull. That's number 1. That one's short again. That's Marone. Lady Dogs able to get the rebound. Got to get some continuity in the offensive flow here. Sadie Shaw gets fouled, but up and in. Foul before the shot. Inside the paint.
And that was on number 3, Maddie Merrill. We talk about her. She's a big player, and I don't mean that derogatory. I'm just saying she has very athletic build. You can see why she's their leading scorer for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And she's quick, and she was just down there quick to get that rebound. Unfortunately, she missed the shot on the rebound, but she's definitely got athleticism. She's quick.
Sadie Shaw pulls the trigger again. That one's short. There's Morrell. You called it. No go. Boy, they're 3-point happy tonight. Everybody's launching and bombing from deep. DePasqua gets a lane up Layup, no good. Didn't have the angle for the backboard there. Someone needs to settle in. Kind of sloppy first quarter so far.
You know, they're playing good. I mean, they really are. They're playing a great defense. They're moving the ball on offense, but like you said, they just need to settle down and get the ball in the basket. Just settle down a little bit.
The pass was going to hit it. That one's short. Into the game.
Nice quick move by Marley Lehman to save that ball.
We'll see what they call here. Hit a foot. I'm not sure, blue or white. Lady Dogs will maintain it. Into the game, Loomis. Lena Loomis for the Dogs. Good D by Marone.
Yeah, we talked about Lena Loomis a little bit earlier. You know, she took a couple years off. She played a lot when she was younger. She was a great basketball player. She decided to come back out here senior year, and she's definitely an asset to the Lady Dogs.
Sadie Shaw reverse to the Pasqua. Looking inside. That time Lehman clears out, running baseline. Good ball movement. Reversal. Sadie Shaw, good head fake. Up. Just forgot the basketball. Boy, she made a nice fake and a nice move. Just once again, they're just another dribble or, you know, a miscue shy of a layup.
Yeah, and the Seals, the Lady Seals, I mean, that was good defense. That was good heads up. She got beat, put her hand down, got it in the right spot to stop that from happening. Great move from Shaw.
Once again, good crowd here for girls basketball this evening here. Oh, I don't know about that call. Like, you know, last night, I'll be honest with you, that boys game, it was aggressive, both ways, clean and aggressive. You know, I don't like when they get too handsy, but at the same point in time, that was a breathe on me foul.
Yeah.
Why is she going to the line? I didn't think she was shooting.
I think she was the first step into her move to the basket, but
right. I mean, I thought it was on the floor for sure.
That's what I'm saying. She was taking her first step towards the basket.
Yeah, I'd have to watch that one back again. Sometimes I'm a day late and a dollar short myself, so that's why they wear the stripes and we do the broadcast.
Right.
Sadie Shaw inbounds. The Dogs, there's one on those two shots, so it's 2-1 now. 3:44 to go. Landon with the ball to Kylie Shaw. Good post up by Loomis.
Good movement for Jersey Shore.
Sadie Shaw pulls again. She finally hits. Stops the bleeding from downtown.
That puts the Lady Dogs up 5-1. We got 3:20 left in the first quarter.
That's a big bucket for Sadie. Almost matched that time. Off the mark. Good defense. Finds some space. Up, no good. Good rebound by Dent. Dent makes it. I call them garbage buckets, but they're beautiful.
You know, they get good shots, too. You look at their form, they're doing a fantastic job, and I'm afraid for Jersey Shore, when the balls start to sink for the Seals, it's going to be a lot closer and a lot more trouble.
Yeah, also there's kind of unforced errors. Like if you turn the ball over because someone played exceptional lockdown defense on you, there's a little bit more margin for acceptance. But when you turn it over like that, it is frustrating for players and teammates. So Marone settles in here at point for the Lady Seals. Good move. They're trying to get Dent and Morrell more involved in the offense. There's Morrell. She pulls, and you talked about it. The lid might have come off.
Yeah.
Nice bucket there from 16 feet.
She's got great form. She's got great form.
5-all, 5-5 here, 2:23 to go. Good take by Marley Lehman. That's what the Dogs need to do. That'll be 3 fouls on the Seals. Both teams at 3 fouls. You got to get to 5 for the bonus.
That's a good job by Selinsgrove making the adjustment, too. Jersey Shore is doing a great job on defense, and you can see they're trying to move Maddie and Dent around under the paint. It's not working, so they're moving her outside and taking those outside shots and paid off.
5-second call. Whoo! That was 1001. I remember that in flag football, backyard football, 1 banana. You had to rush 3 bananas, They got to 5.
The bananas were real quick.
Yes, they were. They were.
It was more about 2 seconds.
They were quick. Inside, nice pass down low, big time. Lake Dent. Listen to that name, Lake Dent. for 2. 7-5 Seals.
She sounds like she should be playing for the New York Liberty.
Yeah, exactly. Selinsgrove all
There it is
alone.
again, wide open.
What a pass, up and good.
Might be a good opportunity to call a timeout. Yes, sir.
It's timeout time because, as you can see, 1:51 to go here in the first quarter. What a nice run by the Lady Seals to pull ahead 9-5. Mike Shaw, Coach Shaw for the Lady Dogs, gets a timeout. We're going to stay right here. I want to just give a quick shout out to some of our sponsors tonight. We can't do it without you, so here we go. Susquehanna Trailways, man. Get on the bus, susquehannabus.com, 753-5125, starwayroofing.com. Just saw one of your billboards today. You've been doing a lot more work this way. Central PA's highest rated roofing company, 814-281-9164. Steinbacher, Goodall, and Yurchik. Just talked to somebody tonight, did some estate planning. His name's Bill Mincer, the AD here. His mother passed away, Julie Steinbacher, taking good care of him. PAElderCouncil.com, 322-2077.
And here we are back. We got 150 left in the first quarter. Selinsgrove Seals up on our Bulldogs 9-5. Shaw making a move towards the
Another
basket.
steal.
Oh, good defense.
What a nice take. Once again, that's Maddie Morrell. But, boy, Lake Dent and Maddie Morrell all of a sudden take this single-handedly, kind of taking this game over for the Seals. You talked about them having a run, and they've done just so.
You know, I feel as almost I might have jinxed the Lady Dogs. It was 3-5 making that comment, but they did a good job. I mean, they were under Dent and Morrell under the basket. They couldn't get it.
We're not superstitious. I just haven't changed my socks in 2 weeks. You know, I'm kidding. I knew guys like that.
Don't talk about superstition. You talked about Bill Mincer. Don't even talk about that.
We won't go there.
They couldn't make it happen under the basket, so they started moving out. Put on a nice little run. Now, guess what? Now they're starting to see that
Maddie
under
Morrell
the basket open up.
Great touch from the foul line as well. Loomis kicks it back out to Kylie Shaw. Marley Lehman, nice spin move, kicks it over to Loomis. You know, the Dogs, they're half-court set. They're making nice passes, but they've got to also attack the rim. Kick it out to Dincher. Dincher, nice move, kicks it back to France. France to the lane. Up. Fouled, no good.
You know, Dincher had a nice drive towards the basket, too. At this point, 11-5, I mean, that's a shot you might want to take.
Yeah, you know, it's a shot you want to take. One thing I think of for the Lady Dogs, and I don't think Coach Mike Shaw is going to wait much longer. He may sit the quarter out, but I look to them to try and extend some pressure and force Selinsgrove into some turnovers. Nice touch there by Franz, and get the Lady Dogs in transition. You know, when the half-court set's not really working, sometimes it's nice to try to get some points on the fast break element from your defense, and they have the ability to play great defense. Good rebound by Selinsgrove, but travel on the play. And that was Carson Dodge. She just lifted her pivot foot. 11-6, Seals. That's off the Dogs. Yep.
I want to mention, too, checked in for the Selinsgrove Seals is 21, Sabrina Pressgraves.
That's a nice name, Pressgraves.
Then Grace Marone, number 1, just comes back into the game for Selinsgrove as well.
Well, here we go. They're going to pressure a little bit. We talked about trying to get some points. There we go. Push it, push it, push it. Nice take by Morrell. She's going to pop it. Falls back. Sadie Shaw unable to get the rebound. Good hustle. They're tied up. That's going to be Selinsgrove basketball with just under 50 seconds here in the first quarter.
That was a good hustle by Lena Loomis to get down there, get a jump ball with 50 seconds left. Good to see her get a little scrap.
Yes, it is. Into Benner. Benner gets to Pressgraves. They're going to look to get it back inside. Shift over to Marone. She looks to penetrate. Nice take off the dribble. In, good pass. Tied up. Brought the ball down. But before it was tied up, she did. She lifted her foot. And, you know, that's the cardinal sin for anybody inside. Don't bring the basketball down. And you know, they taught and hammered that into us when we were kids. Because when you do, it just gets tied up.
Yeah, and you know, the funny thing is, like you said, at the youth level, you preach and preach and preach, And when they get to the high school level, they still have that tendency.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy.
Marley Lehman to the hole. And that's the difference between intentionality and almost looking passive-aggressive. You know,
Right.
you can make 20 passes on offense. If you never have a back cut or an assertiveness about the offense, Marley did a nice job there. Got to knock down the free throws, though.
And I'm curious. Obviously we don't have the stat in front of us. I'm curious what her free throw percentage is because she usually knocks them down.
Second one's good. That makes it 7-11. Marone going to bring it down. Great pressure by Dincher. Marley Lehman looks to close it off. 20 seconds. Marone pulls. Short. Rebound by Morrell. Up. No good. Dent there. Selinsgrove gets a timeout. I always wonder how you can, and again, I have yet to look it up, but how you get that timeout when nobody has possession. It's your possession, but it used to be that if you didn't have the ball in your hands, you couldn't call a timeout.
Yeah, if you're not in control of that ball,
Right.
I don't understand it either.
But again,
really, it seems like a little bit of a silly rule.
These timeouts are short, though. But it is a reset, and that was a wise timeout for Selinsgrove. For sure. 9.1 seconds left, 11-7 is the score. Selinsgrove comes on the road. The back end of that first quarter was all theirs.
Yeah, and here at the end, fortunately for Jersey Shore, the ball didn't drop for Selinsgrove with a couple shots they just made there. I sounded like a broken record, but Morrell and Dent doing a great job boxing out, getting the rebound. And I think Coach Shaw's got to make a little bit of adjustment, get our Lady Dogs a little bit more aggressive underneath. They're going to control the boards all day long.
Yes. Inside out, going to pull it. Look at good form off the back of the iron. There's that rebound again. Another opportunity. Marley Lehman going to chuck it high and outside. That ends the quarter, 11-7 here. Selinsgrove Lady Seals up tonight, and they had a really good back end of that first quarter. We talk about, the pros and cons to things. Right now, we talked about it being a low-scoring game. Well, right now it's 28-44 if you go by these numbers. And I think the Lady Dogs are going to have a real nice run here in the second quarter. But I think the advantage defensively could go to the Lady Dogs. They're going to have to extend the press a little bit, force some turnovers, force some of the bigger girls from Selinsgrove. Hey, they're great from 15 feet in. How are they at breaking the press? Force them into some turnovers and try to pick up the tempo and go on a little bit of a run here before halftime, because the last thing you want to do is go down by double digits.
Right, and I think you hit the nail on the head that the way that this game is going to turn the other way and they're going to get ahead and make things happen is from their own basket to the three-point line. They need to make it happen with the press and things like that, because as of right now, those two, like we talked about Morrell and Dent, they're controlling under the boards. So put the press on, see if we can get some turnovers, make things happen before they get down there.
Kylie Shaw going to inbound here. Marley Lehman, number 11, has been handling the point duties as a freshman all season long. She's going to take it to the hole. Good job. That one's short, though. Good help defense on that play. Selinsgrove down this way.
Good ball movement.
Yeah, fantastic. Surprised that didn't go down. Another offensive rebound, though. Another offensive rebound. They've got to box out. That's 4 offensive rebounds on one stand.
Yeah. And luckily for Jersey Shore, I'm going to say it again, they're lucky that the balls aren't dropping for the Seals, because they're doing a great job down there with the offensive rebound. They're just not finishing the job and getting the points. But my goodness, they're controlling it.
Loomis tries to save it, gets it down to the court inside. What a nice look. Selinsgrove might be playing one of their best games of the season.
Absolutely.
Even their bench right now, they're so full of joy. Like, wow, this hasn't been how we've played all year, but tonight they're having their night. 15-7.
You can see it in them. I mean, they're gelling well. They're talking. They're moving around. Everybody, all the parts of the machine are working for sure.
Sadie Shaw gets into the lane for 12 feet. We're going to call steps on that. I don't know. It was kind of a sluggish travel if there was one. I thought she might have gotten rid of the ball, but they're going to call steps on that. 6:37 to go, 15-7. Selinsgrove having a fantastic night.
Yeah, Franz checks back into the game. Dincher is going to take a little bit of a break.
Marone on the wing. Up to Morrell, kicks it. Nice weak side. Wow. The dagger.
That's Carson Dodge, number 15.
Dodge from downtown with the trifecta, wearing the T-shirt that says Twine Time, your place or mine. I'm telling you what, she tickled the twine on that one. You know, sometimes you just have your night, you know, and the Seals tonight, they're sharing the ball well. They're attacking the offensive glass. They're getting second, third, the one transitional time. Four offensive rebounds, and finally put it in. They're not turning the ball over that much.
No.
And they're playing culturally, they're playing a relevant game.
Right. And you know, they're missing some shots. And like I started to say when they had that quick transition, you know, the Lady Dogs are lucky that they're not dropping more of those shots. I mean, it would be a wide open bleed right now. I mean, it's 18-7, 6:14 left in the second quarter. But Selinsgrove is having a great game. I don't want to take anything away from them by the shots that they're missing, but my goodness, they're playing as a team, and it's good to see. You know, we're talking about how they look like they're having fun. They're gelling. I'll tell you what, Dent, if you watch her down here on defense, I mean, she's kind of running the show. She's like the general, telling everybody what to do. She's pointing out plays, pointing out when people are making cuts. I mean, she's doing a great job trying to taking control of that defense.
Lady Dogs inbound, 6:14, down 7:18. It's still the second quarter. Yet to score a bucket here in the second quarter. DePasqua back in the game, handling the point. Screen by Shaw. Shaw does a pick and roll, but Aaron pass leads to turnover. Marone back on this end, going to set it up.
They're doing a great job trying to get penetration. Jersey Shore's shutting it off, but good ball movement by Selinsgrove.
That was a fantastic head fake. Got position, squared her shoulders, and just made a really nice interior shot that time. Again, Selinsgrove having their way.
Morrell was out on the three-point land just long enough to get Jersey Shore to shift out to make that play happen. Right now, Selinsgrove can't do anything wrong.
And again, one shot. Everybody offensively, as far as the rebounders are concerned, around the perimeter. So that makes it tough for second looks.
Right.
Selinsgrove, a big run here, up 20-7. Marone on the wing, inside. Another good pass. DePasqua there, nearly saved by Lehman. Good defense by the Lady Dogs.
Yeah, DePasqua did a great job getting her hand in there and breaking that up. Saving another 2 points from happening.
Wide open. Wide open was Maddie Benner. I mean, it's like didn't account for her. DePasqua on the wing, kick. It'll stay here.
Yeah, DePasqua was looking for a quick pass under the basket to Sadie Shaw, but kick. But you know what? Good job by Selinsgrove sniffing it out.
Kylie Shaw gets it to Lehman. Got to try to get it down inside. Lehman up, makes the layup.
Nice shot over
Was very nice. Awkward, but she really got herself balanced in the air. Made a good finish. Franz on the defense. Good job. Looked like a travel. Inbound to Marone. Good
take. Let him play.
Good
nice move.
take.
Nice move.
Carson Dodge to the wrap. Kick it out. Franz. DePasqua. Foul that time on Morrell. But good foul. Hey, it's the first foul of the quarter. Reality's this. So it takes a lot to get to 5.
Right. Yeah, and we have 4:11 left on the clock, 24-9. Selinsgrove up on Jersey Shore. You know, you're halfway through the second quarter, and that's your first foul. Got a long way to go.
Another errant pass inside. Broken up well that time by Morrell. Marone across the timeline. Selinsgrove really excellent. Last dozen trips or so, they've looked good until now. Good defense. Franz to Pasqua. Lehman in transition is going to take it to the house. Euro step up and good. And one.
Nice move.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a little east side, west side, South Park right there, baby. She took that to the rim. Macadam or concrete. She went to the house.
That's right.
It was beautiful, man.
When we were younger kids, I think the Euro step, we wouldn't have got away with that.
No.
They would call that a travel.
They would have said, take a bus.
Yeah, exactly.
They said, take a bus. That's a travel all day long, man.
And if you watch the NBA, that Euro step can consist of about 5 steps. So
Oh my gosh, I've seen 5. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. You got a timeout, Blue. Seals are going to take advantage of their timeouts. And listen, why let the Dogs go on any resemblance of a run? They're up 24-11. We talked about that double-digit lead. Sometimes it's hard to come back from.
Yeah, absolutely. And with 3:41 in the second quarter, Jersey Shore's got to do a great job. At the beginning of the game, their defense was on point. They were pretty tight. Selinsgrove figured out a way to break it a little bit, opened the game up. They need to get back into that, stop this bleed. Give up. You got 3:40 left. Give up a couple points. You
go on a 6 or 7 point run here, and you trim the margin, and you go to halftime, and you regroup.
Absolutely.
Real quick shout out to Blaze Alexander Kia, Doug Hilliard, and the gang. 4940121. BlazeAlexanderKia.com. Taking the deals the other guys won't. Best auto sales at 555 High Street, Lock Haven. You got to call John Best today. 570-748-8000. From oil changes, inspections, and emissions to auto detailing, they can do it all for you right up there next to Taco Bell in Flemington. Tanner Doverspike, Adventure Realty, 502-1854. And SGO Service Garage. Kenny Pick, call him today. 570-923-0220.
And here we are. The timeout's over. 3:41 left in the second quarter. Jersey Shore 11, Selinsgrove Seals 24. Looks like Loomis checked back into the game for Jersey Shore.
Just a good look inside. And, she's a strong girl. Morrell says, I'll take it. Deep and downtown. 3:28 to go. That's a big 3 for the Lady Seals.
And Morrell's having a great game. She's doing a great job getting settled now, getting the ball in the basket. And defensively, dent something up. I could watch her all day.
Look at that defense.
Man, tight.
Just physical, but not dirty, just physical.
No.
Just strong.
Doing a great job.
Sadie Shaw tries to go up. She ends up getting kind of a push in the back, but sometimes that happens when you miss a close one. And again, Selinsgrove is, in spite of having the look there, difficult to get a finish because Selinsgrove has been playing very assertive and aggressive on defense.
And there's a rivalry between Jersey Shore and Selinsgrove. There really is in most sports, football, basketball, baseball. I know we have it for that. And the girls came out to play. The Seals came up here. They took the bus trip up. They're definitely looking to make a statement.
Yeah, they're going to make a statement. And, first errant pass in a while for Selinsgrove. Lady Dogs have got to figure out a way to be assertive and yet poised at the same time and put some buckets in. Not going to happen with that defense. Oh, off her foot. Fantastic defense, turnover. But,
they're doing a great job controlling underneath the basket. They're doing a great job. They tried to set the post there for Loomis under the basket. Like you said, that I don't see how that's going to work right now, especially that quick. Work the ball around a little bit, but...
Marley Lehman from downtown off the backboard. Banks weren't open. 27-11 is the score. Just 4 points for the Lady Dogs in this second quarter. Good look. Inside, another great pass. That was a fantastic pass. Unable to finish was Lake Dent. Down the court to the Pasqua. Picks her dribble up, and that's Aaron. And again, another turnover for the Dogs.
That good move by Dent. I was just looking on here and confirmed she's a junior. She's making some great moves.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, she's just not finishing there at the end. You get a little excited. You get that lane. I can't imagine, and I'm kind of looking forward to see what she does, through the rest of the season, the next year as a senior.
Seals don't have to do anything but be patient and get a really good look here. Up 16 points right now. That one stolen away by Kylie Shaw. Down this way.
Simple mistake. Now Jersey Shore needs to capitalize. That's what they need to do. Let Selinsgrove make some little mistakes, capitalize on it, and cut the lead.
Sadie Shaw off the mark. Gets it down here to Dodge. Dodge looks across court. Beautiful pass. Takes her time. Short on that. Unfortunately, short on that was Dent. Again, the Dogs unable to finish at this end. France. Ball was out of bounds on the baseline prior to France touching it. 1:10 to go, 27-11 is the score, as you can see up here in the right corner. Inbound, Kylie Shaw to Sadie Shaw. Sadie Shaw dribbles, kicks it out. Weak side to Kylie. Loomis up left hand. Great take, no good.
Nice little screen rolled off of it. It was there. Just didn't fall in her favor.
47 seconds against 27-11 Selinsgrove. Lady Seals had a great back end of the first quarter and continued that in this quarter. Side out here. Lake Dental inbounds it.
DePasqua and Dincher back into the game. The eldest Shaw, and it's going to take a little bit of a break.
Good kick to Morrell. Short. They're going to call that a push over the back, but it's a push foul. But again, you can't hate Blake Dent's aggressiveness, assertiveness. Yeah. They've had so many second and third opportunities offensively. They just don't quit. They hit the boards. They're crashing the boards. Right. Again, it's only 3 fouls.
Yeah, when you're crashing the boards like that, that's one of those fouls that you can't control when your body's already going. So you make the best of it. It is what it is. Take the foul, move on. With, she has 3 more to go. So it is what it is for her.
DePasqua gets it over here to Dincher.
Great defense. Dent gets her hand in to cause a jump ball. 17.2 left here in the second quarter. Jersey Shore 11. Selinsgrove Seals 27.
Well, here's the reality. They have a chance to go up 18 or 19 here. 10 seconds on the clock. Good steal by Marley Lehman. See if she gets down here for a layup. Marley takes it. She gets tripped up. They're going to call the foul, but again, that's only 4. So it's on the floor. It'll be an out-of-bounds, inbounded play with 6.2 seconds to go. Again, the score 27-11.
You got Franz and Shaw coming back in with DePasqua and Dincher taking a seat. Getting some shooters in.
Again, 6 seconds. They've got time to really take a look. Marley, Sadie pulls. Sadie Shaw, good. What a big bucket. A huge bucket right now. That was a big bucket for the Lady Bulldogs to close the half out. Down 16, end up only being down 13.
And to your point, Selinsgrove had the opportunity. They could have put it up. They could have been up by 19. So
Absolutely.
Good job by the Lady Dogs controlling, this side of the court, getting down, staying calm, putting that shot up. Fantastic.
They did.
Okay, now it is time for our
They sure did. Hey, listen, we're gonna be back right after this. We're so thankful you're tuning in tonight. We are so thankful that you're tuning in today. We're going to cut to commercial because without our sponsors, none of this happens.
Good luck, ladies.
When it comes to finding your dream home, selling your current one, or exploring mortgage options, look no further than Bob Boob and the team at Century 21 First Choice Realty. These aren't just real estate pros. They're your neighbors, your friends, and your biggest cheerleaders. Bob and his team combine decades of experience with genuine passion and compassion to guide you every step of the way. They listen, they care, and they make sure your dreams aren't just goals, they're realities. Whether you're buying, selling, financing, choose the team that puts you first. Century 21 Bob Boob First Choice Realty, making dreams come true, one home at a time. Call 570-398-0690 or visit first-choice-realty.com today. Are you looking for top quality tools and equipment? Ron Clark at Clark's Expert Sales and Service at 1919 Lycoming Creek Road in Williamsport has you covered. As you step inside, you're greeted with rows of tools as far as the eye can see. From air compressors and generators to pressure washers, power tools, sockets, pumps, hand tools, and welding machines, they've got the gear you need. Featuring Milwaukee, DeWalt, and other top brands, Clark's offers unbeatable selection and expert service you can trust. Call 570-321-8206 or stop by today. Clark's Expert Sales and Service, where the selection is truly mind-boggling. At Evergreen Wealth Solutions, we're real people serving real people. Your financial future matters, and we're here to help you manage your assets with care, insight, and integrity. Our goal? To give you more peace of mind, more value, and more clarity for the road ahead. Reach out to Todd Rischel and the team today at Evergreen Wealth Solutions, 1000 Commerce Park Drive, Suite 416, Williamsport, PA. Call 570-601-6960 or visit them on the web at evergreenwealthsolutions.com. Evergreen Wealth Solutions, guiding your future together. Jiffy Market and Deli. When hunger strikes in Jersey Shore, head straight to Jiffy Market and Deli at 115 Pennsylvania Avenue. Open 7 days a week, they got it all. From weekly subspecials to fresh deli meats and cheeses, picnic-ready sandwiches, crisp salads, and so much more. Grab a drink when you're on the go. Relax in that cozy seating area where they know you by name and treat you like family. Listen, give Jiffy Market and Deli that on-the-go nonstop shop, 570-398-3499, and make today a Jiffy Market. When it comes to finding your dream home, selling your current one, or exploring mortgage options, look no further than Bob Boob and the team at Century 21 First Choice Realty. These aren't just real estate pros. They're your neighbors, your friends, and your biggest cheerleaders. Bob and his team combine decades of experience with genuine passion and compassion to guide you every step of the way. They listen, they care, and they make sure your dreams aren't just goals, they're realities. Whether you're buying, selling, financing, choose the team that puts you first. Century 21 Bob Boob First Choice Realty, making dreams come true, one home.
At Susquehanna Trailways, getting behind the wheel isn't just...
When it comes to finding your dream home, selling your current one, or exploring mortgage options, look no further than Bob Boob and the team at Century 21
At Susquehanna Trailways.
We are back. Man, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog. Right now, the Bulldogs got a little bit of deck stacked against them. As you can see, they're having it's a great night for a developmental league and the youth of this community, because I'll tell you what, Coach Shaw's all about that. And his team is out here at halftime when they could be talking about all the things they didn't do as well as they could have in the first half and planning for the second. They're showing mad respect for the young people, the coaching staff of this area. Kids are working, and I'll tell you what, without a pipeline, without fundamentals in a fundamental league, there never is consistent high-level basketball. This is where it starts. You talked about the center in Lewisburg and what that's done to transform Mifflinburg basketball, Lewisburg basketball, even the Danville region down there. So,
yeah, and it's great to see so many young girls, especially out, that usually at the YMCA level, you have a handful of girls where you have one per team if you're lucky. I mean, we have, there's 24 or more girls out here, and this probably isn't even all of them, so it's great to see.
Right. And I'll tell you what we're going to do really quick is I'm just going to mention some more commercials. Just want to thank so much Integrated Accounting and Consulting Your services are fantastic. Brandon, Best, Dan, and Laura down in Lewisburg at 120 Cambridge Lane, 17837. Give them a call at 570-484-1947 or visit them on the web at www.integratedacs, that's accounting services.com. Again, CFO duties. They'll come out with a hybrid version to help your business. Accounting, audits. They'll do whatever they can to make sure your books are right should you ever need to produce receipts and have high-end accountability at your year-end tax services. Fisher Insurance Agency, Danielle Leone at 323-3600, 1735 East 3rd Street, Williamsport, PA, FisherAgency.com. Thank you so much, Danielle Leone. And again, Devlin's Auto Glass, 570-865-6042. That's Devlin's Auto Glass. From glass replacement and repair, custom flat glass, heavy equipment replacement. They do fast, affordable work. You can't beat it. They're local, and they're insured. So thank you so much to all of our sponsors, including Baldbirds, 220 Schaefer Lane, baldbirdsbrewing.com, 865-6346, Joey Farrar and family. It's a venue that makes dreams a reality, let's face it. Blaze Alexander Kia, Doug Hilliard, 4940121, blazealexanderkia.com. They take the deals the other guys won't, so call them. Best Auto Sales, again, thanks John Best, 748-8000, 555 High Street. Oil change, inspections, emissions, auto detailing, and so much more. If you're in line for another vehicle, look no further. Give them a call, Best Auto Sales. Well, we're down to 6 minutes here at halftime, and the girls are going to come out, and I hope it's a tale of two cities for the Lady Dogs. I hope they come out and they find a way. And I think what impressed me most about the Selinsgrove Lady Seals tonight was the fact that they played with a level of passion and assertiveness offensively that when shots went up, like even when Morrell took a couple of threes, she followed her shot. He talked about the importance of Dent tonight and her presence at number 4, just long. I don't have heights for them, but they're not your typical tall Ophi girls, and I don't mean that to be funny, but there's a lot of different builds. You can have a 6'6" guy that doesn't move well. Well, that's like having a 5'11" or 6 foot girl that absolutely runs the court well, asserts herself, and they played. They didn't do anything exceptional, but they played great basketball with a team concept. And the Lady Dogs, my gosh, they finally hit that three late there with Sadie Shaw, got hot. They had only scored 4 points up into that point. They had 7 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, and to your point, there's a reason why, you said about the body structure and things like that. There's a reason why, like, the Caitlin Clarks of the world, are in the WNBA. And they have that tall, kind of lanky, and like you said, nothing derogatory, just that slim build.
Yeah, and
these girls are
great
athletic
wingspan.
looking.
A great wingspan.
They look. There's like the difference when you look at girls that like play soccer, for instance. They got the bigger legs and not in a bad way, just muscular and things like. These girls look like they could play any. Yeah, they look like they could play any sport.
Yes, they do.
And that's a huge difference. I mean, they're running up and down the court. They're doing a great job. They're quick, and like you said, the one big thing you can tell, they're playing as a team, and they're really talking whenever they're on offense or in defense. Offensively, they're passing the ball. It's quick pass and go.
Right.
A lot of cutting, and they're patient, and that's the thing. It takes 3 or 4 cuts for them to finally say, okay, this is the one, and then it's opening up.
Which you know as well as I do, led to confidence.
Absolutely, and unfortunately for them, a lot of the times that first shot is not sinking, but they're doing a great job controlling the boards, and they're coming right back up with the offensive rebounds. Might take them 2 or 3 shots, but you know what? If they're going to keep doing it, it's going to, eventually one's going to sink.
Yeah, and the reality is, if you leave that possession with points, doesn't matter if you took 4 shots.
Absolutely,
if the last one goes in.
And we always had the, try to teach the kids when they were younger. We talk about youth basketball and things, and we've all been there. we had a funny saying that was just like, here we have the big town meeting in Jersey Shore. You can't sit here watching the fireworks. And a lot of times, like what's happening tonight, Jersey Shore, unfortunately, the shot goes up. They're looking up in the air like it's a firework. They're watching it go, but they're not following it.
Right.
And you got to quit watching the fireworks. And at some point, you got to make that move, start boxing out, and control the paint and control the boards. And that's just not happening. So hopefully, the second half, they make that adjustment, and that might be the tide that turns a little bit.
Well, I sure as heck hope so, for them. And I want to give a shout out. Hey, John Best, he's reaching out to us right now via the hotline here. And listen, hey, you need an adjustment, some chiropractic services? Give the good Dr. Nate Carpenter a call. He's still in practice, 570-506-2259. Schedule an appointment. I'll tell you what I'll do. Discount the normal $50 visit to $40 tonight. For anybody that calls, says they heard it on the broadcast. And again, we can have paid promotion. I'm not asking anybody to subscribe or do anything for money. I'm not asking that. I'm simply saying, hey, call the office. Again, 570-506-2259. Get yourself an adjustment. But the cool thing about the partnership that we have with so many local businesses, and I'll tell you what, the small businesses make the world go round. We thank everybody for the bigger businesses as well. But the small businesses, it's harder to write a check sometimes because you might not have the margin, right?
Sure.
But you believe in the local community. And so
right.
for all the businesses that we have, I just want to give one last shout out, to Integrated Accounting and Consulting, to Best Auto Sales and John Best. And he said, man, I'm tuning in tonight, and I just want to say that I appreciate the broadcast. But you know what, John? It's mutual, brother. We appreciate you, because without you, there is no broadcast. So all I'm asking people to do tonight is realize that you're watching sports regionally at no cost. So
Absolutely.
Go out and get an oil change.
Right.
Go out and patronize these businesses, because I'll tell you what, money circulates through the community, and it's what makes the world go round.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that, and for those out there that are listening, this is I've been with Nate here a couple times on the air. I come out because I love regional sports. I love coming out, and I love the fact that we have such a tight-knit community, and our small sponsors, the small businesses, they're willing to put up the money to be able to get this equipment to do this.
Absolutely.
And everybody that's listening, like I know I always put out on social media, listen, if you want to listen to me make a fool of myself, I'm going to help out Dr. Carpenter tonight. But
listen, man, I appreciate you, Matt.
But you know what?
But
the
your
big
heart
thing
beats,
is the one thing that I ask everybody that's out there that is listening, go to the sponsors. Like you said, get an oil change. It doesn't hurt. You need some financial planning, go get it done.
Get some financial planning. Have your estate looked at. Buy a house. Get some fuel oil.
Right.
Marley Lehman starts the second half. We're in under 8 minutes here. Dogs once again down 13. They were able to nip that lead a little bit before the halftime, and they look a little bit more sharp offensively. They got a little of that jet lag out. Kylie Shaw able to kick it out here to Marley. Marley on the run. She gets her own rebound. Oh, that one's off the mark. Blocked. Official on the baseline, Dwight Woodley, says that was tipped.
And Selinsgrove, they shifted their defense a little bit. If you look, they're trying to control Marley a little bit more.
Yes, they are.
Than they have. They put Dent out front to cover her. When he makes a cut, she kind of falls back in when Marley's not out here at point. But they're definitely changing things up a little bit to throw Jersey Shore off.
Sadie Shaw, backdoor cut. Nice move by Sadie. Able to, I thought. Yeah, I was confused. I thought he called a foul there for a second, but it was obviously either Jersey Shore stepped on the end line or there was a foul. Bottom line, it's going down Selinsgrove way. Good call, Dwight Woodley. Marone with the rock.
Jersey Shore putting a little bit of a press on with Lehman out front. She's doing a great job sliding her feet, sticking with Marone.
The Bulldog bench is going crazy. Morrell loses it. The pass with a great defense. Tries to get it up, able to take it to the hole. Turns, stops, pops, misses. Short on the delivery. Good rebound by Morrell. Again, one shot, no second looks for the Lady Dogs. You're going to call an offensive foul. They've been doing that a lot lately. Again, it's kind of a new PIAA rule. They don't like the hooking and the arms out. But again, that's news to me because, you really don't see a whole lot on that end, and it's basketball. Marley Lehman with the rock, setting up a half-court offense here. Sadie Shaw.
That was Maddie Benner's third foul of the night, so she's getting in a little bit of a trouble. And there again, we talked about that at halftime. Jersey Shore's not getting those rebounds right there.
Yeah, it's one shot and done.
Yeah.
And that's hard. It's hard when you're not hitting that first shot. That's a kick. Kick by the Dogs. It'll be underneath the basket.
And if a team shoots your field percentage is 30-40%, that's a miracle. That's a great job.
Sure.
So you figure, if you're making your first shots only 10-15% of the time, you got to control and get the rebound and get that second shot. It's a higher percentage right under the basket, but Jersey Shore just isn't getting that done.
Selinsgrove
Good
up
move.
and good. That's 2 back-to-back baskets on the back screen and the back cut, and then the floating jumper. Selinsgrove on a run right now. 5:50 to go. Lady Dogs have not had an answer.
Coming, Kate, coming. Get out of order.
Trying to drive the lanes, nothing there.
Sadie Shaw's had a night. Fortunately, she stops the bleeding.
17-31, Bulldogs are down to Selinsgrove with 5:15 left in the third quarter.
Lady Dogs need to put the pressure on, force some turnovers, but they're not going to do it that way.
Nice
Another
open
beautiful
lane.
backdoor cut.
And there again, Selinsgrove, we talked about that. They're staying patient, moving the ball around till that cut's open and the lane's open, and that they're capitalizing on it.
Yeah.
Coach Shaw does not look very happy right now.
Well, what's
and
happening?
Rightfully so.
What's happening? Jersey Shore's overextending the pressure, and Selinsgrove's getting some nice backdoor looks, and that's just good coaching.
Right.
Yeah, there was a foul there. That was a silly foul. Into the game, yeah. Pressgraves.
And that's going to be huge for Jersey Shore. That was on Dent, and that's her 4th of the night. You got 4:56 left in the third quarter, and Dent, who's, like I said earlier, she's kind of controlling that defense and super aggressive, doing a great job. She's got 4 and taking a seat.
Good penetration, kicks it out to Kylie Shaw.
Nice.
That's the Shaw sisters from downtown. Here comes the pressure. They got to head it off. Marone to Pressgraves, kicks it over to Morrell. Morrell stops and pops. Short, good box out. Sadie Shaw, that's the first time in a while we've seen one shot with no follow-up.
Right. And Shaw doing a great job boxing out, and we talked about that too. They're making some adjustments. Cut the lead to 13.
Yes.
It still sounds like a huge mountain to get up, but when you consider we're at 19, now we're down to 13. They're going in the right direction. Keep up the aggression and keep cutting that lead.
Morrell headed that off. She had the vision. Again, it's what happens. They make some crisp passes than just a silly pass. It's a half-court set. They've got to get the spacing and get the open look. Lehman to Pasqua.
There's still a lot of time left.
Ball reversal. Kylie Shaw, good look. That one's short. Loomis out of bounds.
Good effort by Loomis trying to keep it in.
Yeah, I'm surprised Dent has 4. Really?
Yeah.
.355 to go, third quarter. Marone across the timeline. DePasqua playing Morrell like a glove. Backdoor cut, DePasqua heads it off. Marley Lehman's going to push tempo. Good pass to Loomis. Loomis up. No good. Lehman there to follow through.
There we go. Good job.
They're going to get a timeout. So they've cut the lead from 17 to 11. we're going to stay right here. You know, you talked about it. You know, the difference is, you know, you lose a player. Jersey Shore starts to push tempo a little bit. The difference is, in spite of Selinsgrove getting some nice backdoor cuts there in the beginning of the quarter, Jersey Shore is also getting some layups, some closer looks around the rim, and also, okay, so when you're pushing tempo now, right? Even if you miss the first shot, there's Marley Lehman to clean it up, gets a second look.
Right, and those are huge. The rebounds are huge. We've said that before, that if you have that second or third look, that's where your money shots are. That's where the points start to fall. First shot doesn't really matter. You know, you're throwing up a three-pointer from five feet behind the arc. Listen, it is what it is, but if you have somebody under that basket that can make that high percentage shot, nice and easy under the basket, that's what you're looking for. And, you know, they need to keep pushing, too, because now that Den is in trouble and she's sitting over there on the bench, start working that paint. Start working and driving, looking for the open lanes.
There's a carry. So, and did I not talk about the extension of the pressure, forcing them to handle the ball, see what they might do in that. And right now, it's been advantage Jersey Shore. Got to get the ball in. Kylie Shaw, she takes it, stops, left hand up, it's short. Tries to hustle. Good rebound by Pressgraves.
Selinsgrove doing a good job too. They're getting in. They're driving the lane. Selinsgrove get them just enough noise to break up the shot.
Even though it's 11, it feels like a much closer game. Marone stops, pops, no good. Lehman boxes out. She's going to push it to the rack. She stops, kicks it out to Pasqua for three. Off the mark. One shot and done, unfortunately. Good rebound by Maddie Benner.
Yeah, that was just a bad bounce. Lena Loomis was doing a great job trying to box out under the basket. Unfortunately, just kind of went in the wrong hands. That happens.
Yeah, and good take that time by Marone. She saw some daylight and said, you know, I'm going to get to the line. And that's a lot of times they're momentum shifters.
Right.
You know, I tell people you can dribble, you can pass around the perimeter, or you can take it to the hole. And she does a nice job of hitting the front end of that one. 12-point lead now, 34-22, 2:29 to go third quarter.
That foul was on Marley Lehman. It's only for her first, so she's got a long way to go. Although the first for the Bulldogs as well with only 2:29 left.
Marone nails that second one as well. Lehman sets up shop. She looks to take it to the hole to Pasqua. They're going to call the push on Pressgraves, I guess. A little elbow. Into the game, Dincher, number 3, replaces Lehman.
And Pressgraves, we really haven't talked about her too much tonight. She's a little a short-statured thing, but she's a firecracker. She's doing a great job.
She is.
She's doing a great job on defense, too. I mean, size doesn't really matter. I mean, you look at her, she's playing nice, tight defense.
To Pasqua.
That looked
good.
That looked good.
And there's Pressgraves. There's the one you're talking about.
Yep, absolutely. Want to give her a shout-out for sure.
You talk about role players, and every team needs them, and you get some valuable minutes from the 7th, 8th, and 9 on the team. 1:45 to go, 35-22, Selinsgrove. Dogs had a brief run there, but the door shut quickly. Thought it was tipped for a second, but out of bounds, off blue. So the Grove turns it over to the Lady Dogs in a minute and a half. They want to cut this. If they could somehow cut this under 10 to start the fourth quarter, it'd be huge.
Yeah, get down into single digits. That's a lot easy. You know, that's an easy deficit to control in 8 minutes and come back from for sure. Just need to be patient.
Good pass to Sadie Shaw. Up, long.
Make those shots.
That's who they want to handle it. Marone, minute to go.
You know, when they drove the lane right there, they gave Sadie Shaw the space to make that shot. Selinsgrove sitting at 4 fouls. The last thing what they want to do is get Jersey Shore to the line with every foul. So it's an opportunity for Jersey Shore to start driving if they're going to give them that open shot.
Morrell takes one from downtown off to the left of the rim. 47 to go. Marley Lehman kicks it to the wing. Kylie Shaw doesn't pull the trigger, gets it down inside to Loomis. Loomis up, no good, off the back of the iron. Morrell's going to take this. She's just runaway train to Marone. Beautiful pass. Good transitional pass. Unselfish play by Morrell with that pass to Marone. Able to get a foul and get to the line again.
You know, it's Marley Lehman's second foul. She just had her first here like a minute ago, but you know what? That's a good foul. You're sitting at 33 seconds left in the third quarter. That's only your second foul. You basically saved 2 points right there. You're going to force her to the line to get things done. You know, sometimes fouls are definitely worth it.
Now they're up 14. 33 to go. Marley Lehman brings it up. Got to get to the rim, and that's what she does. Just short, no rebounders. A second late there that time. They wanted the second shot opportunity. All alone. Thought there were steps there.
That looked like about 4 steps.
Yeah, well, you know, they have the Euro step. That's a hybrid. It's a hybrid Euro.
That's all right, you know.
You know, they miss them too, you know, and it's part of the game.
The guys in the black and white stripes can't be as perfect as we
It's
are.
the new hybrid Euro. But it is what it is, guys. Hey, listen, minus a traveling call, Selinsgrove's playing great basketball tonight. Even with, you know, the 4 fouls on Dent, she had to take an early seat, and she's had a great night.
Loomis at the line. There's only 1.2 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jersey Shore 22, Selinsgrove 38. Yeah, we talked about cutting that lead down. It's going the opposite way. It's going to be hard to come back from and climb that mountain in 8 minutes.
That's the end of 3, and the score right now 38-22, and very low scoring game for the Lady Dogs. Usually when you know they're in those lower scoring contests, there's a lot more turnovers. They're looking to get points in transition. They did get a few there midway through that third quarter, and then the lid was back on the rim, and Selinsgrove continued to just be a little more assertive. We're going to cut to commercial. DPP Sports, dogpoundproductions.com. Check us out on the YouTube channel. Click subscribe, become a stray. We want you to join the family today.
At Susquehanna Trailways, getting behind the wheel isn't just a job, it's an honor. It's a front row seat to the world, from the bright lights of New York City to the historic charm of Baltimore and breathtaking trips across America. As a Susquehanna Trailways driver, you become the host of unforgettable experiences. Whether you're guiding students safely to school or helping a family create lifelong memories on their next big adventure, you're more than a driver. You're part of the journey, part of the story, part of the Susquehanna Trailways family. And right now, Susquehanna Trailways and Cam Kephart are looking for passionate, dependable individuals to join the team. Step up to the plate. Your seat is waiting. Flexible schedules, competitive pay, an opportunity to see the world and bring people together 1 mile at a time. Get on the bus. Join the tradition. Apply today at Starway Roost.
Hey, we're back. You know, it's nothing like meeting the family. I've been saying Morrell, it's Merrill. But guess what? She's having a great night, even with the name change. They've tuned into the Dog Pound. They've been watching us all season long. To the wing. Boy, Marone's done a nice job, a quarterback in the offensive unit tonight. Good defense, Kylie Shaw. Boy, see the movement? Cut through. Merrill kicks it, weak side, skip pass. Nice move by Dent. Yeah, that's a foul on France. So, Selinsgrove inbounding here. Up 16. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. That was such a nice backdoor pick play. Dent found herself wide open. They just couldn't connect. Would have been an easy layup.
Yeah, it was a good move for sure. Just a little, they got their wires crossed and unfortunately didn't work out. But it was a great move by Dent. It's good to see her back in. As we said before, she's got 4 fouls, so she's going to come in and make the best of her time.
Kylie Shaw, good take, left hand up, just short, unable to finish. Good rebound by Dent. Once again, get it to Marone. Dogs trying to push tempo. DePasqua's been so effective defensively this year.
Selinsgrove doing a great job of controlling the court right now, controlling the clock. You know that next year it'll be a little tougher with the shot clock coming into the PIAA, but they're doing a great job right now controlling the clock and making sure that they keep that 16-point lead over Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I thought Dodge was hurt for a second. Fortunately, she's okay. Come out from under the scrum pile. 6:33 to go, 38-22 is the score. Fourth quarter, 0 fouls for the Seals and 1 for the Dogs. Sadie Shaw set a couple threes tonight. She kicks it to Lehman. Lehman pops. Lehman misses. No, she hits it. I thought it was going to circle out. It went down. Good three-point bucket for Lehman. There's a blocking foul. Good head fake by Merrill. Able to get Loomis off the ground a little bit, but just give credit for Sadie Shaw penetrated, kicked that out to Lehman, and boy, she hit that three-pointer. And again, back to 13. You know, they keep bringing it back to 13, close to breaking the double-digit mark. That's a push on Marley. So Lehman with the push. I believe that's going to be her third. We'll see here. Second.
I think the guy's going to say, there we go. Her third. They had it messed up a little bit. I'm like, wait a minute.
I thought you'd said second earlier.
She had 2 in about a minute there. So
good defense by Loomis. Loomis did a really nice job of manning up on the post, even though it was outside a little bit further than the block. Good defense that time. 6:08 to go. Dogs down 13. Timeout taken. We're going to stay right here. Talk a little bit about what's going on in the region. Any amazing craft festivals coming up? You know, I've been known to do a little crafting.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing, man.
Well, you're asking the wrong guy.
Oh, come on, man. You didn't say that before the game. You said No, they said, when we first met, you were like Matt Watkins. Hobbies include needlepoint, macrame, and backgammon. I was like, what?
I make 70s macrame owls to hang on your wall.
Beautiful.
So if you want them, just reach out to Dr. Carpenter's number and ask for them.
Don't you dare. That's 3 payments of $29.99. I'm just kidding. Man, it's always good to have a good laugh and a good time on the airwaves. And hey, listen, get out, support your local high school, sports teams. Get out to a game. We love covering them, but get out to a game. There's a great crowd here tonight for the Lady Dogs, and maybe they can just find a way to kick it into another gear.
And I said it before they inbound this ball. I want to thank you very much for putting on, starting up Dog Pound Productions, all the sponsors, because there's people all over that, it's great when it's weather like this, 5 degrees outside, and, grandparents and great-grandparents and aunts and uncles, everybody can't get out or don't want to come out in the cold.
Yeah,
it's a great opportunity for that.
Thank you. We just met the Merrills, their daughter's number 3 from Selinsgrove. There's a travel. And he has another family member playing at Danville.
Townsville, Danville. That's what I was looking up, actually.
Yeah.
And Townsville is up 71-47 for a boys' game. I believe it was a boys' game, she said.
And the crazy thing is, she's at the other game watching our game.
Right. So we'll give a shout-out to her. We appreciate the view for sure.
So it's amazing to think that, finally other regions, there's not a lot of foul on the play. Nice take by Lehman. But I just want to, before we leave this particular point, there's a lot of schools that aren't covering any sports.
Yeah.
And specifically basketball typically takes a backseat to football. This is our first year doing any sports, and we decided to test pilot 10 games with boys and girls basketball. And I'll be honest with you, I don't regret it at all.
No. And it's only going to grow. And I know, I've said it before, I have family. My parents retired, moved to North Carolina. They watch religiously, I'm sure they're probably watching today, whether it's boys basketball, girls basketball, football. They love what you're doing. They appreciate it. Family down in Key West, Florida. I know that the boys' games, I have 2 sons that play for Jersey Shore. Every game they're having a little watch party down there. I'm not sure if they're on today. I hope so. They're supporting the Lady Dogs, but I know especially the boys' game from the furthest point in the contingent United States, they're definitely they're tuning in, so we appreciate that.
Good take by Maroon, and I'll tell you what, I could bottle up some of that heat right now, just like that, as she gets hot. That's Carson Dodge. DePaspa pulls. Does she get fouled?
Nice.
Wow.
No.
Banks are open.
No foul,
on a
but
Wednesday
that's a
night.
Beautiful shot. Usually here in Jersey Shore they close at noon, but not today.
Well, it's a big bucket. They cut it to 11. There she is, Kylie Shaw. Can she hit it? Nope. Loomis off her head, actually. Out of bounds. She thought it was going to hit something. Like Doug Byerly said last night, a lot of times when those shots are off the mark that much, you're not ready for that.
Yeah, she wasn't in bad position.
No.
I mean, she really wasn't. She was about 4 or 5 feet outside of the rim where she should be to catch that rebound. Unfortunately, it just took a bad bounce.
Well, right there is an example of at least getting to 4 fouls. And if the Dogs do need to stop the clock, to manage this game clock a little bit, they're closer. Good job by breaking the press. Marone gets it from Dent. They're going to swing this one weak side. Nope, here we go. It's going to go through Dent. Pulls it. Boy, they crash the boards hard. Marley Lehman comes out with the ball. Looking to push tempo. Kicks it. Wide open is the pass. But does she hit it? No, she just can't quite find the bottom of the bucket. Boy, that was a good look.
Yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate that the bounce didn't go Jersey Shore's way, but they're doing a good job in the very beginning of the third quarter. They started getting a little more aggressive under the basket for the second and third look. Kind of let it slip off a little bit, but now here with 4 minutes left, they're starting to get a little bit more aggressive and go for the rebound.
Pressgraves with the ball. Doesn't get worked up. Stolen
Good hard
away.
defense.
Sadie Shaw, watch behind you. There's a kick. They don't call it. Push in the back. So clock stops the clock with 3:50. Fourth quarter. Dogs down 11. 40-29. Fouls are 3 for Selinsgrove, 4 for the Dogs. And the reason that's important, when you get to 5, it's the bonus. So timeout taken by Coach Mike Shaw. We're going to stay right here. And I'm going to give a quick shout out right now to Chris Ward. Thank you so much, Chris Ward. Chris Ward is a guy who likes to hang out in the shadows, and he does a lot for Bishop Newman, does a lot for, the Hill brothers, did a lot for Alizé Johnson, just some of those kids down that way that he was able to kind of take under his wing, and I won't even call it foster parenting. I'll just call it fostering relationships and saying, you know what, you talk about 3 things in life. Don't store up for yourself treasures on earth, man. Listen, everything here is fleeting. I've never seen a hearse with a luggage rack, right? It's all about time, talent, and treasure. Time is a commodity that nobody wants to give up anymore.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Talent. If you got a gift, use it. Bless somebody. If you don't know what your gift is, smile, say please and thank you. And then your treasure. Hey, sometimes it's finances. Sometimes it's food, sometimes it's resource. But Chris Ward has supported these kids year in and year out, and he's also supported the Dog Pound. And as a patron sponsor, man, I wish we had a few more Chris Wards in this world.
Absolutely. Sometimes a little bit of a mentor is all that a kid needs. And he's done a great job, like you said. There's countless lives that he's touched out there, and we appreciate that. And wish we all could be half the guy that he is. I know that.
Inbound, Marley Lehman with the ball, gets it out to Kylie Shaw. They're trying to set a screen for her. They get it into Sadie. Just a high and outside on that pass.
In setting that screen, they kind of got a little bit bottlenecked up there and almost were getting in each other's way, causing that turnover.
Dodge able to get it up to Marone. Boy, they're just running kind of the weave out here, top of the key. Good pressure on Merrill. We're going to call the foul. Or is it a timeout? I'm not sure. They got the timeout. Okay.
Got the timeout in time. So we got 3:19 left in the fourth quarter in the game. Jersey Shore sitting at 29 and Selinsgrove at 40, up by 11 on the Bulldogs, the Lady Dogs.
And I'll just say, it hasn't been the typical night for the Lady Dogs. And that's not taking anything away from Selinsgrove. I think Selinsgrove's really had overall the better consistency tonight, and that's just been it. Even when the Dogs have been able to take the 17-point lead and bring it down to 11, the 13 a couple times, back up, 13 and back up, 11 now. It's not out of reach. It's just Selinsgrove really hasn't beat themselves tonight.
No. You know what? They're keeping the mistakes to a minimum, and like you said, they're not making a lot of the first shots, but their second, third, fourth follow-up shots are going in. Exactly what you need to do. They're not really doing a lot of things wrong.
Right.
They're staying steady. They're playing a great defense. Like you said, sometimes, when you play teams twice, it's a little bit different in football and things like that. But especially basketball, you play games, teams twice. The first time you beat them by a double digit. You think, all right, well, listen, we got this game handled. You come in the first couple minutes, you're like, well, just what happened? And, we had the moment. We were up 5-3, then all of a sudden we're down 11-5, and it just kind of kept going from there.
Nice job of just playing keep away right now for the Seals. Marone has it, kicks it back to Pressgraves, and she's going to be shooting foul shots in. And what I like about that tonight is we talked about players that assume roles. Players that assume roles. She's given them some valuable minutes tonight. She hasn't turned the ball over.
Right.
She's created some turnovers and had some assists. She had a chance to make a point right here. And she does.
There you go.
Nice touch. Basically the same group, though. Merrill's in there, along with Dodge, along with Dent and Marone.
Nice move by Lena Loomis. Just couldn't connect.
DePasqua looked like she got either fouled or the ball was deflected, but Merrill down with the basketball again. Get it to Marone. That's what they like to do. Dodge wanted it.
They're doing a great job. And you look, under the basket. Dent's not moving around a lot. I mean, they're just kind of, Jersey Shore's putting somebody on or just kind of, taking up space. Selinsgrove doing a great job just kind of controlling the clock right now.
Yeah.
And, getting Jersey Shore to kind of suck in and buy into what they're doing. Two people standing in the, right off of the paint. They don't want to defy seconds,
for
obviously.
sure.
But doing a great job.
What I wanted to do tonight was at some point in time take a look at, we talk about the 5-12 record, but, we also, they thought that Loomis might have been on the baseline, and the official was there. He says no. Bulldogs basketball. So 43-29 with 2:18 to go. Kylie Shaw kicks it over here to DePasqua. Looking inside. Marley has a nice step-back jumper. Bang! That was a beautiful-looking three. Let me tell you what, that had some college scouts' mouths salivating. Little step-back three from the corner. Here we are back to 11.
Shot. There's 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
We have Jersey Shore 32, Selinsgrove 43, back down by 11. But again, Jersey Shore is in foul trouble, so it's going to put the Selinsgrove Seals at the line. And that's Marone. She makes her first one. Coming up with shot number 2. And while we're checking in, you said about the hotline. I just got the bat phone over here. I want to give a shout out to Mike Eck. I don't know if you know Mike from over. He's over at Annisford over there. He's watching right now. Wants me to let him know that, or wants you to know that he's listening and watching. And I told him I'd give him a little bit of a shout out and give him a little bit of love.
Oh yeah, we love. Oh, Banks
Nice
are
shot.
open. Get a little bit of that Valley. Get a little bit of that Valley family feel. It's 10 points. Good steal by Marley Lehman as she steps back, pops a three. Oh, no, it was close. Sadie Shaw's going to look, pull it. Into France. France doesn't make it. Marley Lehman strips it. Back to Marley. She steps back again. Wow. There's a lot of action. A lot of moving parts inside of 20 seconds there.
You know, that quick action, it's hard to keep the eyes in focus and see what's going on. I think there was a little bit of a push. There was a little bit of extracurriculars under the basket when all that was happening. But it's hard when the ball is moving around like that.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
You know, on defense.
She makes it.
What a good move.
To 8. They got to get a foul. They got to get a foul. Get a foul. There you go. No, you got a foul.
There it is. Shaw says not right now. But I don't even think they're going to count that as a full timeout. Selinsgrove.
Unbelievable.
Selinsgrove takes a full timeout. Jersey Shore cuts the lead. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Left in this game. Jersey Shore sitting at 37. Selinsgrove 45. So we went from a high double-digit deficit down to 8. Going to see if Jersey Shore has it in them. $1.09 left. Really, in all reality, there's plenty of time to get 8 points. But Jersey Shore's got to keep this aggressiveness up. This last minute and a half, they've been pretty scrappy, controlling the boards, doing a great job second, third shots. Unfortunately, they didn't get a couple of them to drop, but that's what they have to do. It is what it is.
Yes.
It's a numbers game. You get that second, third shot, eventually you're going to get one in. They just got to stay calm. Mike Shaw's over there right now. I mean, unfortunately, he didn't have to burn his timeout, but I'm sure he's over there on the bench right now, calming them down and keeping their focus and keeping up the intensity that they're doing right now.
Yeah, it's again the boys had a late run last night.
Right.
I mean, they were down 18, 19 points, cut it to 3, and almost had the steal.
You know, they came out at the beginning of that game a little bit on fire too. As I said, it was I believe it was 8-6 in the beginning of that game. It was nice and tight. You know, it always reminds me. I say a lot of times they ride like the Phoenix for those from Central Pennsylvania to, you know, at Knoebels. You go up the first hill and you come down. You're like, whoo, it's something else, and then nothing. It's kind of boring for a little bit. Then you start going over those bumps a little bit. You're like, all right, now we got a little, bit of excitement, and then you hit the big finale of the hill. You know, unfortunately, the Jersey Shore boys, they got be a little bit more consistent and be
and John
keep that
Boob,
intensity up the whole time.
Yes, John Boob had a great post-game interview. He addressed all of that, and I was so proud of him to be so humble but yet so spot on. Marley Lehman on the foul, gonna put Merrill on the foul line, and she's had a great night.
You know, again, and that's a foul that gives Marley Lehman number 4, 48 seconds left in the game. I mean, that's really going to only become a factor if she fouls out if we go into overtime. But the chances of that are looking a little bit bleak. But that was a good foul. I mean, they're working the ball around. They're trying to burn the clock out. You're down by 8. If you have any chance of trying to cut that lead at all, you put her at the line.
Yes.
Luckily for Selinsgrove, that Miss Merrill is money from the foul line, so that puts them up by 10, 37-47 with 40 seconds left.
France up and good. 33 seconds now. Clock still moving. Boy, they took forever to get that ball to the baseline, and Mike Shaw calls a timeout. Nothing wrong with that, but you can't foul when they're not even able to inbound the ball yet. So good shots. You talked about the foul shots, man. It's a lost art, but Merrill hits both foul shots. Dogs were down 8, went back to 10. Now they're back 8 again. 31 seconds to go. The Dogs need a miracle.
Yeah, when I was younger, my mentor when I played basketball, I remember they told me to always go out and shoot a foul shot. If you're in your driveway, if you're at the park or whatever, there's no excuse not to ever shoot 100% from the foul line because it's the only shot in basketball that never changes.
The question is, did you shoot it granny style?
I've tried it. But I will say, I'll give myself a shout out. 5th and 6th grade, I was the hoop shoot champion of Lock Haven 2 years in a row.
I might have seen you out of Hollidaysburg.
I don't even know if they do that
I don't
anymore.
either.
But
I went to the hoop shoot thing. I went to Hollidaysburg. I didn't know where Hollidaysburg was, and then we went back and did some games there, But, yeah, I was in that big Hollidaysburg gym, and my knees were knocking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That the hoop looks a mile away and looks like it's the size of a saucer whenever you get in front of everybody.
Yes,
you win that, and then you go to the next regional.
Absolutely. Dodge inbounds the ball. Morrell.
Good movement. There's 30 seconds left in the game. 39-47, Selinsgrove.
They got a fouler. 22 seconds. So Dodge will go to the line. Merrill actually, she draws a big crowd. When she came out to warm up tonight, I didn't know who she was, but I could just tell by the way she carries herself, she was a team leader.
Right.
Then I looked at the stat sheet and I said, oh, she's the one who's averaging, the points. But tonight, Selinsgrove sort of shared the wealth. Some other kids got in the scoring action.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we talked and you invited me to come on here with you, which I appreciate. I looked into it a little bit, and the same thing. Like, she seemed to be the leader. She was the one that, had the points and kind of made things happen. But I mean, Dent's doing a fantastic job. I mean, really, for her. And there's other unsung heroes, like we said. Marone's getting in the game. She's getting some time. Carson Dodge, we talked about her a little bit. Yep. She's only a sophomore for Selinsgrove, so she's got lots of years to grow into those, those basketball shoes. And the girl that's the senior, Sabrina Presgraves, we talked about her, a little bit, that she's kind of not getting a lot of airtime with us, but she's doing a fantastic job.
Well, it's almost like when they brought Presgraves in, she never came out.
No.
She's been in a lot of this game.
Yeah.
But, the Dogs hit even their threes tonight. I've noticed their threes come off transition. They're better shooters in the realm of fluid motion.
Right.
10-point lead again. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. Going to try to get one more shot off. Marley Lehman takes it to the hoop. Up and off the rim. Franz gets a bucket.
Nice rebound.
Cuts it to 8. And that's the ball game. Selinsgrove Lady Seals come here to Jersey Shore tonight, home of the Bulldogs, and win 49-41. And let's face it, the Dogs had a much better second half. Played really well. But overall, it was Selinsgrove's night.
Yeah, it was just a deficit they couldn't dig themselves out of. Unfortunately, the first half, if they would have played a little bit tighter like they did, they came right out third quarter and started playing defensively well, started crashing the boards a lot better, making those second and third shots. Unfortunately, they were just too far behind to catch up.
Yeah. Well, it was a great night. We're not going to hang out real long here. I got things to do. Just want to give a quick shout out and say thank you. Right here, player of the game tonight is Merrill, number 3. She had a big game. But
absolutely.
Appreciate you coming on, Matt, as always, and congrats again to Carson. WNEP Dream Team, All-State honors in the secondary defensively. I'm hoping that I get a little call about Big 33.
Well, he's got all the videos submitted, and I know that we're looking forward to it. He's very humble, but Jersey Shore hasn't had anybody in that for a while, and we're hoping we get the call.
There's an old song. There's always tomorrow. Yeah. I won't go back to the love ballads.
Yeah. Either way, he's had a great year. He's had a blessed year, and we appreciate that. And I will say, by God's graces, he had a healthy year too, which we always worry about. That.
We always talk about humble, but you got to be healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're very appreciative of that for sure, and see where it goes. I mean, he's a great, he had a great season.
Yes,
as
he did.
A lot of the Dogs, and we always say that, he always feels very humbled by it. And there's some other guys, we see some of them here.
Oh yeah,
kind of rooting on Bo Sechrist and Luke Ryan, Luke Thompson, Mason Larson, one of the center there, the lead of the offensive line. Swales. They all, everybody had a great year, and.
Yep.
And when we say this, it's just not for radio. And I hope everybody that knows us knows that we wish everybody would have had the opportunity to make All-State, make that dream team. and we're very fortunate, but very humbled by it.
Well, as always, it's a great day to be a Bulldog. You've been listening and watching DPP Sports. That's Dog Pound Productions. We need you to go to the website, get to the YouTube channel, click subscribe, get all the updates on the latest in the upcoming games that we'll be doing. We're still going to do a couple more girls and boys basketball games. There's going to be another West Branch breakdown basketball season. We're going to bridge the gap, maybe get Doc Massey back on, maybe get Nick Tagliaferri, some other people back on to talk basketball, all things District 4, and then check out TNT, Tailgates and Testimony. You want some hope, you want some encouragement, check out those testimonies of life beyond the locker room with so many people. The latest one was Chief Financial, one of the officers at Jersey Shore State Bank. 35 years ago, we played college basketball together from the panhandle of Florida down near Tallahassee, Fort Walton Beach, all the way to King's College, where we played together. And he went 19 years U.S. Treasury as a financial guy to the Jersey Shore State Bank as a risk manager.
Wow.
And he said, man, I said, from the panhandle to Waterville, what is going on? His son was Isaac Carter from Southern Columbia.
Right.
Two-time All-State, two-time state champ. He went from the soccer team to field goal kicking, and then the defensive end who had the pick six to end that game and help Southern win that close one. So, God's doing incredible things. And again, it doesn't happen without relationships. So thanks again for tuning in tonight. Tell a friend to come watch and be a part of the journey. Become a Stray.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I appreciate everybody that watched tonight. And again, thank you, Dr. Nate Carpenter, and all the sponsors for allowing us to have the opportunity to show some regional sports.
Appreciate you.